Hey guys, okay, so I'm going on a trip. I'm going to Vietnam for 2 weeks. Now, I have a problem with my back that's been killing me for about 6 months, and I can't really take anything heavy. So I need to figure out if I usually take my 34-liter Island Hopper backpack internationally, but I would like to see if I can do 2 weeks in Vietnam with my little 28-liter Island Hopper backpack. So why don't you pack with me? Let's see if I'm able to get 2 weeks of clothes in this 28-liter Island Hopper 2.0 waterproof backpack. Let's check it out. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go through everything I have here. This is pretty much everything I have set out, ready for the trip. And I'm going to go through everything and just kind of count the days and then in my head, and then also think about the weather and think about what I can leave behind. And the first thing right off the bat, um, I'm not going to take a sweatshirt, and the reason is because this is cotton. This is really thick and takes up a ton of space. And if I'm going to try to pack a 28-liter backpack, this definitely has to go. Same thing with my sweatpants. As nice as it is to have sweatpants when you're in your hotel, um, too much space. So another thing, since I'm going to be in Southeast Asia for 2 weeks, um, these Viore pants, they're really comfortable. I generally like to fly with these on the plane on a long flight, but usually what I'll do, they're pretty heavy. What I'll generally do is wear them both on the way there, and then I'll wash them and then wear them on the way home. So I'm not going to pack these. I'm going to set these aside to wear on the plane so I can be comfortable on a 16 or 17-hour flight. So now I've got most of the things that I'm not going to bring. So first, let me go through some of the shirts. So since it's going to be hot and humid, I have a tank top. Um, I am going to I have a couple business meetings because I'm meeting with a couple new factories, and I'm going to go visit the factories and tour them. So I am going to need to bring a decent polo shirt. This one's linen, so it'll be okay in the heat. And then this shirt is made by a company called Rourke, and it's kind of a surf brand. I don't know if you can see the holes in the back, but this is super lightweight, um, and it's very breathable. It's actually designed for active wear, so it's designed for sweat and odor, and it's very compact. So I'm going to bring this, and then I'm going to bring a couple other workout shirts to have for the hot weather, and then of course I'm going to bring a couple t-shirts, and I'm going to bring a mid layer too because um, I think that since I have a layover in Japan on the way home, it can be really cold there at night. Sometimes it rains a lot in May. So I want to make sure that I'm super warm at night. So I can always layer this. I can wear this as a base layer and then put a t-shirt on over the top of that. And then I have our Huakai Travel Rain Jacket, which I bring everywhere, and I can just pack it away, or I can clip this to the clip. You can see we have a clip here, and this will just clip on the S clip, nice and easy. And I can just keep it on the outside of the bag if I don't have enough space in the bag. That way I always have a jacket. That way if it gets cold on the plane too, I have this easily accessible. Okay, so then I have a couple more shirts here just to have. And then what I'll do as I get probably into the fifth or sixth day, I'm gonna do laundry or have the hotel do my laundry. That way I don't have to bring 2 weeks worth of clothes. There's no point in doing that. If I'm gonna be in one place, I know for a couple days, there's gonna be plenty of places to do laundry. So even if the hotel doesn't, or it's too expensive at the hotel, I can go on an adventure and find out where the locals do their laundry. So that's definitely one way to save a lot of space. And I always bring a couple extra t-shirts just because, um, you know, you can stain your clothes, get food on it. You have to go back to the hotel and change. It's good to have some extras. So I think that is it on the t-shirts. Now on the pants and shorts, I think actually I'm going to leave these shorts behind. I've got this pair of Nike shorts, which are kind of like workout shorts, hot weather shorts. That should be sufficient. And then I have another pair of shorts for kind of cruising around town. And these have a zipper pocket too, which I need to, if I need to put my passport in there. And then as far as pants go, first are the 686, and these are travel pants, and they are super lightweight. They've got a zipper here on the leg so you can hide your passport. So I definitely take these everywhere. I've been in pretty hot climates with these, and they are pretty good. And then the second, of course, are these Patagonia pants, which are, they're even lighter than the 686 pants. So this is going to save me a lot of space. Then obviously I have all my underwear here and socks. I've got my headphones. I've been lately taking, I got this eye mask on Amazon, and I really like it. It's, as soon as I put it on, it's so comfortable, I just knock out. And so I have that. That's probably the bulkiest thing that I take. I know they give you eye masks on the plane, but they kind of suck. So most important thing is obviously getting quality sleep as best as you can when you're on a plane. Now for my Mac, I am not going to take the big charging part. I'm going to take this off. I'm going to leave this at home. I can always plug this in here and charge my laptop while I'm sleeping. Obviously, it doesn't charge as fast, but it's fine because this is going to take up, honestly, way too much weight. And then I've got my packing cubes here, so I'm going to show you how I pack all this. And then last but not least, I have my toiletry bag, which I'll go through next. So yeah, real quick, I'm going to start with our largest packing cube. And these compression packing cubes are amazing. It's really crazy how much you can get in here. So I'm going to start with the shirts. And generally what I do is I've always been a roller as far as rolling clothes to get it as tight as possible. But with these packing cubes, I find that you can actually get more in there if you just lie it flat. I don't know if you can see like that. So I'm just going to lie these all in here flat. Okay, so I've got 6 or 7 shirts in there. I can't remember. I still have this tank top. I'm going to actually save this for the other packing cube over here. So yeah, I've got 6 shirts in here. And then now I'm going to pack, see if I can do more and pack in the pants. And the shorts. So I'll put these in last. So I'm going to set these aside too. Let's see if this will fit everything. And there you go. Nice and compressed. All those clothes in one packing cube. And this will go perfectly right in here in the backpack. So I'm just going to slide this in. On the 34 liter, you can actually slide it in this way, but this is the 28 liter. So I'm going to slide it in this way. And there's still a little bit of room here on the side that I can put some other stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to roll up these shorts. And then that way, if I need to pack a few things extra, if I forget things, or if I want to have room for on the way home, I can do that. And the great thing about our Island Hopper backpacks is they do have the straps, which will hold this into place. And I can strap these on here. And it's better not to cinch them down too tight because that can kind of pull on the laptop sleeve. But I'm just going to keep it in place like that now until I put my laptop in, which I will do next. Okay, so next I'm going to put my laptop in now because it's better to pack your laptop in before you pack everything, because that way at the very end, and you can see the laptop sleeve here, it's really nice. And I can actually bring another, I'll actually probably bring my Kindle here and put it in on the other compartment. It's really nice to have 2 compartments so they're not touching. But yeah, it's good to do this now before the bag gets fully packed, because you'll notice if you pack it as tight as you can and then you put your laptop in at the end, you're putting a lot of pressure on the laptop sleeve. So, all right, I've got that. And then next up, I'm going to pack, let me set this aside. I'm going to pack the other packing cube, which is going to be the smaller items. And this will go in the other side. So all the socks and underwear, I think I had an extra workout shirt in there. I might actually bring 2 of these tank tops just to have. So because it is going to be so hot there. And if I'm going to be walking around and being a tourist in the heat of the day, then it's good to have an extra one to have. So that way, if I'm wearing it 2 days in a row, I can have 2 separate ones. And you can see in this packing cube, there's tons of space. So I have all the underwear. I've got all the socks for all the time I need. And yeah, you can see there's still plenty of room. So since we have more room, I grabbed another pair of underwear and another tank top. Just to, if I'm gonna have this much room left over, I might as well take a couple extra things that will save me, or maybe get me 1 extra day from doing laundry. So if I can go to the weekend, and then that way I have the weekend to just worry about laundry, then the next week I'll be all good to go, all the way till I have to go home. So these packing cubes are great because, as you can see, they compress down so much, and it really is so nice to have all this. And this is not stuff I'm going to need to access while I'm traveling, while I'm on the plane or anything. So once it's in here, it's pretty much good to go. So the next thing would be the toiletries. Now, I have a lot of stuff in here that I'm not going to bring, and I'll show you why. But this is our toiletry bag, and it's really nice because it has separate compartments, 1, 2 waterproof zippered compartments, and then the third one opens up like this. And you can see I have all of my shampoo bottles in here and sunscreen. And if you open up this zipper here, there's a buckle, and you can actually hang this up. So if you're in the bathroom, you can hang it up and have everything you need. Now, one quick thing I just want to talk about is these bottles that you get at Target or Rite Aid before you go on your trip. So what I did was, I'm not going to need all that for 2 weeks. So what I got is these little bottles on Amazon, and then I transferred. And look how much savings that is in space and weight. And the other thing is, I'm going to be staying at a hotel, and they're going to have shampoo and conditioner and everything. So there's no need. I know when you're excited, you're going on a trip, you go to the store and you get these little travel bottles and you think you're being great and saving all this space. And I mean, I guess you are in a way, but honestly, you're not going to use all of that on your trip. So I'm only going to bring what I think I'm going to need. So that's going to save a lot of weight. And then the second thing is, so I've got all of my toothbrush in here. Let me just show you. I've got my toothbrush. I've got toothpaste. I've got cough drops in case I need them. I've got floss. I've got my brush. All of this is right here. And then in the next one, instead of bringing an electronics bag, I've got my battery charger here. I've got a couple emergency medications in case I get sick, because that's another thing, not to get too sidetracked, but I got sick a couple years ago in Hong Kong. I got the flu really bad, and I had forgotten my medication. I had to go into a Circle K in Hong Kong and try to figure out what medicine to buy. And I felt bad because I had a fever. Luckily, I had a mask, but still, it's if you know what makes you feel better while you're traveling, you need to bring that. Just make sure it's legal in that country. So I'm actually going to put my computer charger here in the bag as well, as long as this part. And then I'm going to save the charging cable for the plane. So there is the toiletry bag. And I'm going to show you, whoops, let me get the battery back in. So you can see this is not just a toiletry bag. This is a nice compact electronics and toiletry bag. Honestly, you can put anything you want in these pockets. If you want one to be a snack pocket, you can. And then I'm going to put this down at the base here of my backpack. And so it's going to go in just like this, and I'll zip these up. This side is full. I still have pockets up here, and what I'll put up here is probably just like some trail mix or energy bars. Now you can see on this side, I've still got all this space. So you know how I mentioned before, you can clip the jacket on your backpack? I'm actually just going to put it in here because I've got everything I need for my trip, and I still have room. And this is a 28-liter backpack, and you can see it's ready to go. So I'm not going to use this pocket right now, but I'm going to zip it up. There you go. It's all packed. Now, the next thing is the greatest thing about this backpack. One of the greatest things is the secret pockets. There's a pocket up here, and there's a pocket down here underneath the luggage strap. So I'm going to put my passport here. That way no one can get it when I'm walking around through the airport coming out. You know, a lot of the theft happens when you come out of an airport when you've just arrived and you're kind of confused. You don't know where to go and you're looking around. So I know that this is going to be safe up against my back. I'll put my wallet here in the top one. And then I'll put my headphones. Yeah, I know these are big. Normally, I don't like traveling with something so big, but this is one of the creature comforts that I really like to take is my headphones for the plane. It just makes it so nice having those noise canceling headphones. And then I'll put my eye mask in here because I will be going to sleep as soon as I get on the plane. And yeah, that's it. And then my charger, because I'm going to need the charger while I'm on the plane, keep my phone charged. And that's the nice thing about this new top pocket. I've still got tons of room here, so I can actually put my passport up here when I get to the airport, if I can get it, and put it right up here in top, so I have it easily accessible. Okay, so that's it. We're all packed. This is the 28-liter. I was able to get everything I need in for my trip. All I need is the water bottle, and it is ready to go. I've got my laptop in here, and this is also a waterproof backpack, so you don't need any type of cover. It has waterproof zippers, waterproof exterior, and I can leave the 34-liter at home. I can pack light, and I know that I'll have everything I need for my trip. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.